All right. So, how's everyone doing? How you doing, Mike?
Well, I've since I've seen you, my back feels a lot better, but it's still, like you said, it's got residual stuff. And
Yes.
I've taken your advice, and I've stopped working out to the extent I was. I work my legs out and stuff, but I don't do any. I do stretching, a little bit of stretching. I went and got a couple massages. I got another one scheduled for
Good.
Friday. And
Oh,
she
awesome.
said that my right upper by this shoulder blade here was so tight. If it was any tighter, my shoulder blade would have popped out like a wing.
Oh, wow.
And I said, maybe I'm getting my angel wings.
Maybe. If you do, take me with you. Just-
All in good time, Mark.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And Nini, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Got rid of the flu symptoms the next day after you gave me the healing. And thank you very much.
Good, good. Feeling better?
Feeling much better. Thank you.
Good. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. And Victoria, how you doing, hon?
Good. I felt I guess motivated to like be more disciplined after
Cool.
our session. I even went to exercise.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's huge.
Yeah, but I haven't done that in months, so I felt inspired to do that.
That's awesome. Do it religiously,
Okay.
but don't overdo anything.
Right. Yeah.
I work on more people that overdo stuff and more people that are on health food diets than anyone else. So somehow or another that works out that way. And Marin, how you doing, hon?
I'm doing well. How are you, Mark?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Sure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course, gosh. And let's see, Mike, what would you like me to work with? Tell me one thing.
I guess my upper back.
Okay, all righty. Be more than happy. All right, and tonight or tomorrow you may experience a little bit of a stiffness in there, and hopefully it'll give room for regeneration in there.
Yeah, it seems like if this is long COVID, the cells just lacked.
Yes.
And oh man.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right. Glad to hear that, you've noticed change in there and that you're going to that massage therapist person. That's good.
Thank you for your help, Mark. I
Oh,
appreciate
of course. Of course. And let me see here. I'm looking at the side thing here. All right, that's fine. I had a wonderful trip to Phoenix. I had a healing circle there where there were a lot of people, and also that I just got back yesterday from. And then there were 2 days filled with appointments, which was really, really nice. And I'm going to be going back to the Phoenix area January 6th to do the same thing. So, and we also have the Awakened Healer Within book at the publisher. They're going to, in another month, they're going to be starting the editing on it, which is really neat. It's the revised edition, and there's several more pages added to it. an elaboration and a lot of corrections, stuff like that. So that'll be out, hopefully published in, I'm praying May or June, and according to the publisher's schedule. And then I'm also contracted for another book on anxiety, worry, and fear. And they're going to be getting that probably in a month and a half. And then they're going to start the editing process, corrections. They're going to interview me so that the interviews will be out there on the internet. They'll also be having me record Awaken the Healer Within and the Anxiety, Worry, and Fear one at a later date, which is really awesome. So that's a few news updates. Also, I have a workshop on intuition coming up. It's a 2-hour workshop. It's located on the website. You'll find it. You can sign up for that. Very reasonably priced. It's 2 hours that are fully packed if anyone's interested. And then after that, on the website, it talks about another workshop on wisdoms. And that's going to be fantastic. That's a 4-day workshop, an hour and a half a day. You don't even have to attend, or you can attend and, it'll be a part of the program with your questions and input, a lot of interactions. There's going to be a lot of dialogue, a lot of exercises, and participation on everyone's part. So that'll be awesome too, if anyone wants to see that. And also next week, we're going to have the healing circle, and also every Thursday, unless otherwise notified, we'll have the 20-minute appointments if anyone's interested in those. Those are personal appointments. The only difference between that and the regular one is an hour long, and the 20-minute one is not recorded. I don't even record the hour ones. So there's really no difference, except that it's real short and for less money, if anyone's interested in that. And it helps people. So, all right. And if anyone needs help on the large workshops, I can, if they want to attend, I can help you with that, to some degree, and make it a little bit less if you're short on money. So any questions about anything I can try to answer? Please, anything, Nini or Victoria or Marin, anything that I can try to answer questions wise.
I don't have any questions.
Okay.
No,
All righty. And Victoria, you got any questions, hon? Anything you would like me to try to answer?
No.
All right. Great. Nini, talk to me. Tell me if there's
Yes.
anything you'd like me to work with, hon.
Just for my granddaughter, her chest congestion, which still stays for
Okay.
a while. Thank you.
All right. How old is she?
She's 5.
Okay. All right. Great.
Thank you.
Sure. And let's see if this doesn't quicken the process a little bit in her there. My personal perception, and I don't know how right or wrong this is, but my personal perception is that in 2 days, she'll be over, like crux, it'll come to, a head, and then it'll pretty much clean out.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mark.
Sure. And what about you, hon? Anything?
Just your blessing. Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. And also I forgot to mention, if anyone wants to do a donation of any type on the website, it's called gifting. It's on the main page. Please feel free. And it not only helps us to keep going, but it helps other people as well, or another fellow that I'm working with at times. I get them groceries, or I give them some money, if I have any on me or whatever. So please keep that in mind. And Victoria, anything in particular you'd like me to work with, hon? Anything you could think of, Victoria?
No, there's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't sure with the healing sessions where it's my first time attending.
Oh, sure. All right, no problem. Someone could tell me something in particular you'd like me to work with, or ask for a blessing for them, or work with someone else that they don't know, that aren't here. So.
Actually, my mom has really bad like back pain.
Oh.
And like also knee pain, and
Okay.
like eye issues.
All right, let me work with one thing there. What I can do is I'll work with her knee pain, because that will help her a lot.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
great. Sure. I'm feeling it mostly on her right knee. I don't know if that's the correct knee.
That's right.
My perception is that now, please do keep in mind that I don't diagnose, I don't prescribe or tell anyone they're healed. I let people tell me pretty much. But my perception is that there's a little bit of bone deterioration in there, which is common for people.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said. She told me she has now.
Okay, and so what I saw was that now there's a little bit more flexibility in there, and it won't be as bothersome. How that manifests, I don't know. I pretty much leave it to the old man or woman upstairs, and I just say, take over, boss. So let me work a little bit more with her. All right, sounds good.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, my pleasure. My total pleasure. And Maren, talk to me. Tell me anything here.
Hi, Mark. So tonight I have a request for healing for someone else, for my dad who had open heart surgery in March. This was actually the person that he was not feeling good. And I attended the healing circle with you at that time. And you said this person needs to go to the doctor immediately. He went to the doctor And he went to the emergency room immediately and had to have open heart surgery pretty much immediately. So he's still
Wow.
in the process of recovering from that. But we learned recently that he's incurred a little bit of brain damage from the
Oh.
procedure, and also is now having sort of like miniature strokes, which the doctor said isn't super concerning. But then I also learned recently that, and I'm not sure the details, but needs to get an MRI and see a urologist. And so again, I'm not sure, we're just not sure what, it's just been a cascading, you know, array of different sort of health issues. And so I am concerned about his health. And I'm just not exactly sure what's going on.
I understand, hon. Is he pretty much debilitated, sitting a lot?
No, he's actually very active. I mean, in fact, we've asked him to kind of scale back, like he rides his bike, you know, like on the highway and, you know, crazy stuff like that. And so he's, you know, trying to reduce that. He also, you know, he feels dizzy a lot. And so that usually increases when he exercises. So he's scaling
Yes.
back on that. But no, he's very up and at it and very active.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, gladly. I'd love to work with them.
thank you.
Yeah, I'm curious how he's doing. If you can keep me updated, that'd be lovely.
Okay, will
Yeah.
do.
All right, great. Um, Mike, I'd like to work with your neck again.
Okay.
All right, and Maren, what about you? Anything in particular?
You know, I'm headache, excuse me, headache prone. And I've noticed in the last couple of weeks, I've gotten some really, really bad headaches. So,
All right. Just curious, did you feel something funny happening in your head?
A little bit, maybe like a slight release of pressure, a little bit between the eyes.
Yeah, now what I worked with, your skull plates were a little tight, and that decreases blood flow as well. And sometimes what happens when with some headaches or migraines, the vessels are kind of squeezed a little bit, which creates, not all headaches and migraines, but it creates the discomforts that we feel. But then there's like a release, and that's when we really feel it. When the vessels are able to expand.
Okay.
And so when working with your skull, there was almost like a release of pressure in there.
Okay.
So let's see how this helps you, hon.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. All righty. And Victoria, I want to work with your mom again in her knee. All right. And Nini, I want to work with your grandchild again a little bit here.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
Oh, of course. All right. Please, any
Thanks.
questions or comments? Oh, my pleasure. Please, any questions or comments about anything I can try to answer? More than happy to. Anything, anyone? Mike, anything?
I have a question, Mark.
Oh,
Is there
please.
anything that I can or should do about the plates in my head and that blood flow? Is that something, you know?
Yeah, you can, there's if we do a visualization on something, most immediately, we're not going to know it. You know, that it's not going to take effect right away. It takes repetition, repetitive action to have a pattern begin to set. So if you were to say, close your eyes and then watching the plates in your head breathe,
Mhm.
you know, it's like a flow, a constant flow, real soft, real gentle.
Okay.
If you were to watch that more often, that will create a pattern for them to actually breathe inside. And you might even feel the brain breathing with that.
Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah,
Thank
it
you.
takes time for it to take effect, Miriam, but it does work.
Okay.
And
Thank
it may, yeah, and it may take one time, it may take 500 times trying it. But the
Yeah.
pattern gets set and replaces the old pattern of tightness in there.
Gotcha.
Cool. Good question. Anyone else have any questions or comments or anything? Please try to stump me.
I have a question.
Sure.
In regards to diet, is there anything, like, I feel like I struggle sometimes with what foods to eat. Can, like, you recommend anything, or
Well,
I don't know, that's general, but
you know what I do
yeah.
is I'm almond M&Ms and coffee. And so, I mean, that's my life. And
Okay.
so I know though that whenever I eat anything, and meat, you know, for me, meat is good. My body type, my blood type, everything. Meat is good. Chicken's good. Fish is good. And vegetables are good. Sometimes I lack on those for periods of time, one or two of those, but you know, I pick up again. But what I do whenever I eat, I close my eyes just for a couple moments or up to a minute, and I put my hands over the food and I say, okay, God, you know, bless this food. Okay, creator or nameless one, whatever, bless this food, and that it nourish me and strengthen me. And I picture that in my head, the food when I'm eating it, nourishing and strengthening me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
And I don't have, you know, any preconceptions or anything else. I just watch that process. And so when I eat it, no matter what it is,
Mhm.
that's it. You know, I know that I'm getting nourished and strengthened inside.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's, I hadn't like thought of that.
Yeah, and it's an easy thing to do. Or I don't even have my hands over my food sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And when I do that. And when I don't have my hands over the food, say people are around or whatever, I don't want them to know what I'm doing. So I close my eyes for a second, or I'll have them open and I'll focus on my food being nourished and strengthening for me. And this way, no one knows what I'm doing or anything else.
No, thank you. I'll try that.
Yeah, yeah. I try to have a good time with things that I do.
Yeah.
I'm sneaky, sneaky Mark. And, you know, but I know that I'm getting it, that nourishment and strengthening. I just know it, you know, I practiced it enough and I can feel it. I can taste it, everything. And I can feel it going throughout my body, strengthening me and nourishing, you know, all my tissue, my cells, everything, you know. So it's just something that I do.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. And any other questions, Mike or Nini or anyone? Nothing?
No questions so far.
Okay. All right. Does everything make sense so far to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good. Excellent. All right. Wow. It's only been 35 minutes. So all right. Well, if anyone's interested in an appointment, let me know and we'll set it up and at time that's convenient for you in a day, and we'll take it from there. Otherwise, go to the website, check things out, please. And all my Mike, all my audiobooks, excuse me, my audio tape CDs, they're now on audible.com and Amazon, both the same
Okay.
place. And they're
Very
really
good.
cheap, and they're selling them for. And with Audible, they're free if you sign up for there, all 5 of them. So, all right, and the audiobook is available, it's an apprentice training. That's on available on Amazon and Kindle and everywhere else, I think. So, All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate working with y'all.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
All right,
Happy
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry
Bye.
Christmas. That's right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Blessings to
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
God bless you. May it be joyful.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye now.